background at all. Let me just show you who wrote the book of Acts and who wrote the book of Luke. And we're going to read a few things in there to show you the state of being of our people today. Let's go to the book of Luke. Now, the book of Luke was wrote by a man named Luke. Now, who was Luke? Was Luke an apostle? No, he wasn't. Was Luke a disciple of the Christ of the New Testament? No, he wasn't. Was Luke a friend of Christ? No, he wasn't. Was he with him at any time? No, he wasn't. Then who is this Luke that wrote the book of Acts, the most read book in the entire Bible, and who made him a saint? Why is he called a saint today? When we read the King James Bible, Moses is not called Saint Moses. Jeremiah is not called Saint Jeremiah. They didn't make Daniel, that was in the lion's den, Saint Daniel. Why wasn't Job called Saint Job? Why wasn't any of the prophets of the Old Testament named saints by the people that published these Gentile Bibles? They were not called saints because they were not regarded as the founders of the New Testament. And the people that wrote the New Testament still did not regard these holy prophets as noteworthy. Therefore, the people in the New Testament, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, they're saints. They're called saints. All of Christ's writings are in red, but Yahweh's writings are not in red. There's nothing to distinguish his writings and make it jump out. They don't differentiate his words from the other men that you know that this is a creator. Nor was the prophet's words standing out like you have in the New Testament. Let me show you something about this Luke. Let's go to Luke, the first chapter. Let's see who this Luke is, according to your book. It says in Luke, the first chapter, verse 1, for as much as many have taken in hand to set forth in order a declaration of those things which are most surely believed amongst us, even as they delivered them unto us, which from the beginning were eyewitnesses and ministers of the word. It seemed good to me also, having had perfect understanding in all things, from the very first to write unto thee in order, most excellent Theophilus. So what is being said here? Here you have Luke, who was just a Gentile, a European that was never ordained to write anything. All the other writers in the book were Hebrews, but here's his only Gentile writer in the entire Bible. And this Gentile writer, who was not an apostle nor a disciple, was told to write regarding Christ of the New Testament. Now, who told him to write? It was a rich man named Theophilus. And he ordered Paul, or should I say Luke, to write about Christ, so I'll know about him. This is not considered scriptures. This is not considered holy. This is not considered inspired word of Yahweh. Yahweh does not talk in this book. He never spoke to Luke, and he never told him to write one mumbling thing. He wrote as an individual to another individual named Theophilus an account of what he'd heard and believed to be true from people he claimed to be eyewitnesses from the beginning. Read that again.
For as much as many have taken in hand to set forth in order a declaration of those things which are most surely believed amongst us.
In other words, they're not things that we know. We're not things that were given by the Most High. These are merely things that were believed amongst us. Now, what is belief? Belief is an excuse for not knowing. Is there someone in this room? I don't know, but I believe it is. But would you bet your life, Elesha? No. Why? Because I don't know. And I would only gamble my life with something that I know. But I'm only believing that somebody is here, but I'm not sure. I'm not positive. So I'm left to believe. Well, Washington Redskins win the Super Bowl next year? I believe they will. Or would you bet $1,000? No, of course not. Why? Because belief is not founded on knowledge. Belief is just founded on one's opinion. And one's opinion is not worth a dime in a dog fight. Everybody has their opinions. Whether you agree or disagree, that's merely an opinion. And belief is predicated on opinions and not things that are factual. Now, Elesha, do you have a mother? Yes, I do. Do you believe you do? No. Why? Because I know I do. And I don't have to believe about something that I know. But if I'm not sure, then I'm left to believe. And this is what it's saying. These things most surely are the things that's believed amongst us, even as they delivered them unto us. Who delivered them? These books were not delivered by Matthew, Mark, or John. They were delivered by people who said they seen things, who said they heard things. And you know about the four Gospels yourself. Even when they all were there watching and being witnesses of the resurrection, they all had different stories, different accounts. And they supposed to have been there. Right here, you don't even have people that were supposed to be disciples. These just were collected from people that were just jaw-jacking. And that's what Mark delivered unto Theophilus. Anything he wanted to add, he added. Anything he wanted to take away, he took away, because it was his opinion and his book. That's what he said, even as they delivered him to us, which were from the beginning our witnesses and ministers of the word, it seemed good to me also. It seems good. In other words, you're not even positive and not sure of that. It just seems good. It wasn't ordered. He wasn't ordained. The Most High didn't tell him to write anything or to deliver something, but it seemed good. This is who wrote the book of Luke. A Gentile who was never told to write anything. And what did Yahweh say about any writers of his word, anyone teaching his word, other than Israel? It says in the book of Psalms, 147th division, the 19th and 20th verse, it says,
He showeth his word